Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The morning mist still clings to the rolling hills of Hope Valley, but change is in the air as the sun slowly rises over the rooftops. A new chapter begins, one written in both joy and heartbreak, reunion and resilience. It's official when Calls the Heart Season 13. It's not just in production, it's breathing life into the beloved world all over again. This year, 2025, marks the beginning of what many Hearties are calling the season of reckonings and restorations. Let's take a journey through the breaking news, behind-the-scenes secrets, character transformations, and bold new storylines that are already shaking the foundations of Hallmark's most cherished frontier, the return, Elizabeth, Nathan, and the heart of Hope Valley in a stirring moment that set social media ablaze. The first visual from the new season emerged, candid. Heartfelt shot of Elizabeth Thornton walking hand in hand with Nathan Grant. Between them, young Jack Jr. clutches a small lunch basket with Allie trailing just behind, a hopeful twinkle in her teenage eyes. The schoolhouse stands in the distance, its whitewashed walls and modest bell tower looking like a beacon welcoming the family back after months away. This symbolic return isn't just a reunion for the characters. It marks a seismic shift in the emotional core of the series. Elizabeth and Nathan, once tentative friends navigating the murky waters of loss and love, now return as a unified front, co-parents, confidants, and perhaps more. Their time in Cape Fullerton, initially spurred by Jack Jr.'s health scare, has forged a bond even deeper than fans anticipated. Word from the production team is that Season 13 picks up just 3 weeks after their return. The early scripts are described as intimate, stirring, and emotionally layered, with much of the focus on how life in Hope Valley has evolved and how the Thornton Grant family must now find their new rhythm amid old expectations. A town rebuilt, but not the same. Hope Valley is no stranger to change. Over 12 seasons, it has weathered fires, financial crises, personal betrayals, and plenty of heartache. But Season 13 marks a new kind of transformation, one that doesn't stem from disaster, but from choice. During Elizabeth's absence, Rosemary and Lee stepped up in a way few expected, with the help of Fiona, who returned from San Francisco full of business savvy. They restructured the town's economy, revived the struggling mercantile, and turned the Queen of Hearts Saloon into a true community hub now, a hybrid cafe library, open to all, but there's tension too. Rosemary's increased role in civic leadership has shifted her once charming nosiness into sharp political engagement. She's advocating for more transparency in town decision-making, while Lee quietly wrestles with the feeling that his wife's growing spotlight may be pulling them apart. Even Bill Avery has changed. Still gruff and weather-worn, he's taken to mentoring troubled boys from surrounding towns, bringing with him a new set of faces who might just shake things up in Hope Valley in unpredictable ways. New faces. Old Wounds Season 13 introduces 3 pivotal newcomers whose storylines will thread through the heart of this season. Dr. Isla Pembroke, a quiet, determined physician who arrives from Boston with unconventional medical methods and a mysterious past. Rumors swirl that she has a personal connection to Jack Jr.'s diabetes treatment, though her relationship with Bill Avery becomes the talk of the town. Elias Monroe, a widowed schoolteacher from Union City. Elias has moved to Hope Valley to help expand the school. It's charismatic but private. He draws admiration from the townspeople and perhaps unwanted attention from Elizabeth, who finds his modern teaching philosophies both refreshing and threatening. Cassie Ward, a young woman with a gift for music and a painful past. Taken in by Florence and Ned, Cassie's singing begins to heal old wounds in town, but her story hides a secret that, when revealed, could tear apart the fragile peace Rosemary has tried so hard to build. Each new arrival brings more than just drama. They bring reflection. Hope Valley, once so simple, is now a crossroads of the old and the new, for tradition and transformation. Nathan's moment of truth, perhaps the most anticipated storyline of the season, revolves around Nathan Grant, not just as a Mountie or father, but as a man finally confronting his heart. Viewers have long debated whether Elizabeth truly chose Nathan or settled into comfort after Luca's dramatic exit. But season 13 doesn't shy away from the gray areas. Nathan is no longer the quiet guardian. He is a partner, a protector, and in many ways, the emotional compass of the New Hope Valley. We'll see him wrestle with leadership responsibilities, co-parenting challenges, and lingering insecurities about his place in Elizabeth's heart. One powerful scene from episode 3 reportedly involves a town emergency, where Nathan's split-second decision saves lives, but at a personal cost that ripples through the season. Luca's shadow, Lucas Bouchard, isn't physically in Hope Valley. His presence is far from forgotten. Word is, several letters from Lucas will reach Elizabeth during the season, each one more heartfelt, more vulnerable than the last. He writes not to win her back, but to explain himself, to own his choices, and possibly to prepare for a future. Appearance. Rumors suggest a late-season cameo, though Hallmark remains tight-lipped. Whether he returns or not, his letters begin to awaken something in Elizabeth, not regret, but gratitude and a clearer understanding of what real love looks like. Themes of healing and redemptions. Season 13 carries a powerful emotional undercurrent, healing. Jack Jr.'s medical journey continues, and while the condition stabilizes, it introduces Elizabeth to the world of community health care. Inspired by Dr. Pembroke, she begins a campaign for better rural clinics, partnering with Rosemary and May to bring hope beyond Hope Valley. Meanwhile, Allie's growth into adolescence is not without pain. She struggles with identity, the shadow of her mother's memory, and the pressure of being both a daughter and a sister figure to Jack Jr. Her storyline promises a tear-jerking subplot involving a school talent show, a broken promise, and a letter to her late mother that never gets sent. And yes, redemption is in the air. Henry Gowan, long thought lost to the consequences of his past, makes a quiet reappearance at the end of episode 6. Weathered, remorseful, and deeply changed, he seeks forgiveness from those who've long moved on. It won't be easy, but it's exactly the kind of arc this season dares to explore. Season structure and visual direction. This season leans heavily on tone and texture. Gone are the purely episodic conflicts. In their place is a slow-burn narrative, where each episode builds upon the last, like chapters in a novel. Expect lingering camera shots, diary-style narration from Elizabeth's voice, and poignant silences filled with meaning. Visually, Hope Valley feels more golden than ever. Sunsets over the hills, stormy evenings filled with candlelight, and a striking new use of shadows during emotionally tense moments. The creators have said this season is inspired by frontier paintings, every frame designed like a portrait. What's at stake? Everything. For Elizabeth, peace in her heart, a vision for her future, and the strength to lead again without losing herself. For Nathan, confidence, clarity, and the courage to risk it all for love and for justice. For the town, a future that blends modern ideas with old-fashioned kindness. For viewers, a season that rewards loyalty, challenges assumptions, and delivers the emotional payoff we've waited for. A final tease. The Silent Bell Insiders hint that episode 9 will feature a town-wide crisis that centers around the Schoolhouse's iconic Bella symbol of hope, calling children to learn. When it mysteriously disappears, suspicion rises. What starts as a petty theft turns into a moral mystery that touches everyone. Was it taken out of spite, fear, or sacrifice? The storyline promises to bind multiple arcs: Elizabeth's teaching, mission, Elias's secret, and even a flashback to Jack's earliest days in Hope Valley. When Calls the Heart Season 13 isn't just more of the same, it's the emotional deep dive fans have been yearning for. With powerful themes of belonging, healing, and stepping into new roles, this season is poised to be one of the most unforgettable in this series' history. The characters we love are not just returning. They're growing, changing, and facing the kind of choices that will define them for years to come. Hope Valley may have been built on coal and timber, but its true foundation has always been the hearts that beat within it.